At least 19 children and 2 adults were killed Tuesday when a gunman opened fire at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. Many more were injured before law enforcement shot and killed the suspect. This morning, some parents are still praying for a miracle, waiting to reunite with their children. Mike Valerio is in Uvalde with the latest.
Just 2 days before the end of the school year, a teenage gunman turned a Texas elementary school into a scene of carnage.
And how many scores of little children who witness what happened see their friends die as if they're on a battlefield, for God's sake.
Parents in the small community of Uvalde waited in anguish late into the night for news of their children, some telling CNN they had to give DNA samples to help authorities identify them.
The list, her name is not here, and we don't know a list of who's gotten flown out. Tell us where my daughter's at.
Authorities say the 18-year-old suspected gunman shot his grandmother before driving to rob elementary school and slaughtering innocent children and their teachers.
The suspect did crash near a ditch here nearby the school. That's where he exited his vehicle, and unfortunately he was able to enter the premises, and then from there that's when he went on and entered several classrooms and started shooting.
While authorities search for a motive, this town and this country are grieving another senseless mass shooting.
I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
In Uvalde, I'm Mike Valerio.
Texas Governor Abbott taking the podium Tuesday, telling the community details about the scene, stressing the tragedy of the situation and the impact on victims' families.
When parents drop their kids off at school, they have every expectation to know that they're going to be able to pick their child up when that school day ends. And there are families who are in mourning right now, and the state of Texas is in mourning with them for the reality that these parents are not going to be able to pick up their children.
And statements pouring in from community leaders and politicians in Texas. Congressman Joaquin Castro expressing his own heartbreak, reflecting on his shared grief as a father and Texan. Castro also vowing to take political action to prevent further incidents of violence and stressing that the families of the victims are supported by their community.
The nation mourns with them, that Texas mourns with them. And, you keep hoping that these incidents will spur lawmakers, people like myself and others, to finally take action and do something about it and break through this stalemate. And, that's what I hope for them, that this didn't happen in vain, that there will be change.
Meanwhile, Texas Senator Ted Cruz tweeting that he and his wife are, quote, fervently lifting up the prayer the children and families in the horrific shooting in Uvalde. But amid new calls for heightened gun control measures, Cruz pushing back against critics, saying they are simply trying to politicize the situation.